The following may include subject matters of war, violence, loss, and adult themes which may not be appropriate for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Previously on Darkeport.
Episode 52, To the Bone. With the Unicorn now aboard the Francus, life continues for the crew and the Fellowship. Weisa tells Grip about a task that our Weisa, a powerful hidden will worker in Germentum, gave her: mend her grandson's bow. Weisa confesses that she doesn't know how to, with our Weisa insisting that by the time she was finished with the exercise, she would understand what it was to be Kuend, her father's people. Grip suggests using the potent binding agent the Kuend invented, the same one used to cement in Germentum's very walls. Other interactions continue amongst the various crew and passengers, with perhaps the most critical being Rex beginning to share more of his and his companion's tale. Devrin convinces him to include the rest of the Fellowship in the sharing. During course of their involved adventures, Antigone, Rex, and several other Chosen warded a coup on the Legassi home island by face-stealing Sikadraco, Dragonkin. They then did their level best to defend Rex's home, Ten Troll Den, from the newly released Rajad. They thwarted her attempt to recall the Hammer, the enforcer of a great past evil, into this world at the cost of Antigone's own twin sister and Rex's life. The mistress of Ten Troll Den and his foster mother used her own life essence to revive Rex. Crucially, the ship's pug, the eponymous Francus, or Frankaboy, absorbed a demonic entity known as the Oppressor Soul during the course of the battle, usually intended for high-value targets such as Chosen or people of influence. The unusual pug is somehow keeping the Oppressor Soul contained, at least for now. Antigone has made the painful decision to put Francus down, perhaps banishing the demonic soul, as it will no longer have an anchor point in the world of muscle and blood. Rex vehemently disagrees with this course of action, but the captain of the ship is unwilling to risk anyone else dying. After some internal debate between Lord Titus and Grip, the Fellowship offers to help Antigone and her party free Francus of the Oppressor Soul. The combined force of Chosen make landfall and prepare to contend against a bygone horror.
Faraway friends.
We're back.
It has been for us some time. Those of you watching this in the future, it may just be a moment.
We're back.
It's been a hot minute for us here at the table of Darkeport, and we welcome you back here with us as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
So, as always, a shout out to our sister stream, Constructed Chaos, Alex Morgan, the rest of the Chaos crew. Thank you so much for being on this journey with us. And we also want to laud our partner people over there at Briarwick Candles. We have a. Is it a new? I think it's an. Is it a new justice? It's.
I think it's
It
one.
seems like a very new justice.
It's
very, very
Justice
like
is
a
not
reuse
new.
from the other one,
No,
yes. For this campaign, no. Justice
Justice is
never new.
eternal. Yeah. What are we doing here, guys?
So wonderful, evocative sense. We love it. We're grateful for it. And they can also make custom scents. So if there is not, they have quite a catalog. But if there is not something that you're finding, you might be able to convince them to make a custom scent. I don't know.
Yeah.
Follow your
And if candles aren't your thing, they also have wax melts that melt very, very well.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Do.
A little bit less muss and fuss for some people.
Yeah.
So
danger.
thank you, Miss Kate Glass.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you. Love you.
And with that, we have any other announcements? Go.
Please do feel free to check out the link in the video description for our Patreon, patreon.com/Darkeport, where you can find all kinds of behind-the-scenes goodies.
You've been doing it.
Weekly talkback show, original art, original music, character sheets.
Thank you for reminding me, Toby. I had a banger of an interview with our own Sydney.
Yeah, we just got that up the other night. Yeah.
Awesome. Good, strong work on that because you're doing the editing for that. So thank you so much, Tobes. And then there's also, you'll be hearing about them more in the weeks to come, but there is a local outfit, Dark, the Downtown Austin Roleplay Coalition, I believe is what that stands for, with their incredibly talented GM, Krishna. And I will be there on Saturday. I'm going to be contributing what I can to the event. And so they do local events here in Austin. Had a wonderful interview with him, so go check that out on the Patreon page.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a good one. He's a pretty remarkable human. Okay, and with that, let's get the candle rolling. Yeah.
New candle. Christening the new candle.
All right.
Is it a cantrip?
I do have one more thing to say. I guess this is
Canon.
I guess this is canon. No, both
Folded into the narrative.
both in and out. Yeah. So for those of you who saw LifeWeb, you already know this, which was the quick Call of Cthulhu 2-shot that we did. But Tatiana has moved to another state, and so of course she can always come back. We love her, we miss her, and she may be popping back here into Texas from time to time. We certainly hope so. She will be. You'll see how that unfolds in character. I talked with her extensively, so everything that's going on with that is with her blessing and understanding and input. That's really important to me because she's one of the OGs. She's one of the first people who sat down at the table with us at the very beginning of this, actually even before we were recording.
First session was at this table.
Yeah, first session was at this table. So I just want to thank her for that, and we do have plans in the works for other faces, perhaps some familiar faces from other places, and we will see how that unfolds too. Not tonight, but soon.
Great.
Miss you, Tatiana.
Yeah.
Cornelia, I love you.
My favorite line.
One day we're gonna get
I
that.
can't wait to release
One day
that.
we're gonna have that released. Yeah.
This is the worst day of my life. That's all she
all
said.
the prequel stuff.
So good.
Yep.
Who's got it?
So this week, our journal entry is brought to you by none other than our very own Toby.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
That guy. Right there.
you're gonna have to have that shock him when he touches it.
Get a shock collar.
This week, our journal entry will actually be brought to you by Corey.
Hey, girl.
Gotcha! The old switcheroo!
Deception.
Get out of here!
Okay, let's do it.
You son of a...
Let me get it out
Hard
here.
to me!
You
Like that Chris
lied to
Farley.
me.
Colombian coffee.
This would have been taking place the day prior on the ship. He's writing in the actual physical journal. And
Okay, we've now arrived at that point of the chronicle where characters can write in a physical journal. I love it.
and in 2 different languages because he finds it amusing to practice and also finds it amusing to people to read it and have to know both languages. So.
Okay, cool.
All right. Let it be known that having a hole in one's chest, be it metaphorical, medical, physical, or in my case, literal, does wonders to one's perspective. The world seems larger when part of you is missing, cold or certainty, louder somehow, and no meal tastes quite the same. I now find myself afloat, literally sailing down the Kogi River like some ill-conceived metaphor of destiny. I'm heading toward a meeting that will probably decide the fate of Geramentum. You see, my life, I must confess, has never once been called typical by anyone whose opinion I respect. I hail from Zaha, city of silk, song, shadow, and sin. It's the sort of place where dreams go to gamble and souls get pawned for the promise of power. My father, gods, what a word, is a man who turns suffering into profit and wears wickedness like perfume, heavily and with no sense of moderation. So when opportunity arose to flee the city with my brother in tow, we took it with those both in hand and joined the fray. Some would say a battle, others would say a theatrical display between Darius the Bold and the people of Geramentum. It was like stepping into a legend mid-verse. Balls of fire flew, a woman became a storm given form, and a boy channeled light that was like a song. I nearly imparted, but instead I dodged. Geramentum, they told me, was a city of understanding, a place where the secret of word is studied, sung, and spoken in open air. A cradle of knowledge, a sanctuary for seekers. They, however, forgot and neglected to mention it has spears. My arrival was not met with applause, but with suspicion instead, chiefly from my twin, Weisa. She looked at me as though I spilled ink on her favorite book. Her words were knives dulled by the absence of outright disdain. Since then, the air has changed slightly, and so has my sister. Somewhere between suspicion and sorrow, she saw me, or at least the shape of a brother I might have been had the world been a kinder place. She asked if I was good. What a justly cruel question. Is good a matter of intent or result? Is stealing from a tyrant to feed the poor noble or criminal? Is wounding a bully to protect the weak valor or vengeance? So no, I do not know if I am good. What I do know is I am trying. The first warm smile I met was Marcus, the bringer of light, a peculiar man. He wears calm like a veteran wears scars. Were it not for him, I might have taken the next boat out. But he reminded me why staying in places like this, that even though it hurts us, frankly, it might also teach us. That said, there is a saturation point for strangeness. I'm fairly sure mine has passed. Reality in Geramentum is negotiable. Lore becomes law. Stories become scaffolding. I see drama and dreams argue with logic and win on technicality. Never mind a unicorn from legend that towers 20 paces from me. I'm quite frankly impressed I haven't lost my complete mind. Then there's Lord Titus Metellus Glavio Vorn, the city's ruler, warden, and joy thief. He wears his title like a blade, always aimed downward. Older than me by 4 winters, though he acts like a man weighed down by 30, perhaps 40 if you count the rigidity of his spine. He fears laughter, not having control, has bound my abilities, mathematical, magical, magnificent, in bureaucratic chains so tight I swear I hear the creaks when I breathe too hard. He sees my power as a threat, a violent weapon to be locked away until he deems it necessary. He fails to grasp what is part of me as a vital breath. And what is the cost of control? Vulnerability? Inaction when action is needed? Is he left more vulnerable when one of its chosen is leashed by the whims of a fearful lord? It is a foolish bargain he strikes, trading potential salvation for a fragile sense of dominance. Lord Vorn did extend an olive branch last eve, however, inviting me to story time. Sat me down like a child, tried to feed me wonder wrapped in words. I must admit, he has a touch of the telltale. Not polished, not subtle, but with meaning.
Damn.
I see the loyalty in his followers, loyalty no small thing in a city built on secrets. So very well, I will abide by his decree, if only to outlast his stupidity. But my spirit chafes under this invisible chain. My gaze turns outward beyond the city walls to places where wind answers to no lord and land offers sanctuary without conditions. So when I return, I shall reside outside the city, chest whole and all, with my fractured kin, my stubborn resolve, and my wind-forged name. Because stories, real ones, are not born in soft places. They rise from ruin, they burn in pain, and they are told by fools like me.
Damn.
Good job. By the way, I want to make this very clear. Titus can read, and if he reads your guys' journals, all of you are expelled, aside from Marcus.
I love that we all got beef with Titus.
Yeah, the only one
something stupid at some point.
We all got
This
beef. It's
damned
awesome.
fool who is.
This
I'm like,
rules.
yeah, I think I'm an alright guy, but I did write down Joy Thief because that is
I know, I
a
saw you
great
do that.
title. It's so good.
So funny.
Great job, Corey. I'm really.
We got
To a
beef.
soliloquy soon near you.
We got beef. We got beef.
A little insight into Devron's mind and body.
And honestly, great recap of everything. It's been a long time since I read that
Yeah,
table,
this was a
and you
longer
did-
one. I wanted to summarize a little bit about his background and who he was and where he's been to.
I think you did a really
solid.
good job, dude. Great job.
The pug
Oh.
gets tossed by Marcus
Gently.
gently.
It's 5 feet gently.
For the record, Randy was asking me if the pug was farther than him, and I said, "You did not fling the pug." So no, the pug is more than 5 feet away from you. It's
Shot
not
put it.
pug shot put. Okay.
Like the dog and Anchorman.
We are really synced up today.
toss?
We've been doing that already. So
Just a shot put. Done.
we're a couple minutes in, and that's like the third time already. Okay. You see the perhaps future Archmage of the world already running through, and you can feel the dancing of his eldritch fire around your body, maybe around your energetic self already. And just as you toss it out, you are greeted with a nightmare from the past.
Oh shit.
And immediately,
Can't wait. This is gonna be so fun.
It's a cat.
faster than any of you, faster even than Merrick would have been if you had ever faced her on a field of battle. It's the first time he'd ever fought somebody faster, with a quicker response time.
Oh god.
Holy moly!
You telling me that thing ain't a bug?
And she
Wow.
immediately gets on it and
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
and looks, and she's and you hear her. Because this battle is going to be so extensive, I already rolled out quite a few of the NPC's attacks, especially the two that are going first. And you hear her cry out. Where are you at, Mitra? Actually, you're just around its body. Okay. You hear her cry out. It has no conventional weakness. Take that into account. And her attacks seem to do essentially nothing. Antigone's next. And you see her just blaze by you. And yeah, she has enough.
Conventional weakness.
She does get it exactly, because there's only one spot behind it that you can flank this bad boy. And I need just, no, because I forgot she was going to have advantage. Your NPCs are not rolling well, guys.
Jeez.
And she goes, she's drawn out this shimmering scimitar. There's some frost that's wafting off of it, and she tries to hit this thing, and it just gets lost in its iron hide. Mitra, you're next.
Fuck. Okay. This is great. This is awesome. I'm going to attack with my dual blade. Because yeah.
Because that's what you do. You get advantage? Okay.
What is this?
Directly behind.
Oh jeez. 12.
12. Okay. As you hit this thing that's harder than plate,
Oh my gosh.
He does have a behind the wings, I guess.
Devrin, you're next.
Behind the wings? Is that what the behind is?
Where she is.
How many feet am I to where she's at?
You can't get on that spot.
I can get next to her though.
You can. Yep.
I'll move in.
Yeah, you have enough. I'm almost sure your character has enough. Because I'm assuming you're gonna use your cunning action to
Dash.
dash. Yeah, so you essentially teleport over here in a blaze of chosen speed.
I will attack
Okay, go for it.
with a dagger.
Damn, you almost rolled a 6.
Not bad. That's gonna be probably good. It's probably gonna miss here. We're looking at a dagger. Well, you get advantage though, right?
No.
Behind? No?
There's only one spot that you can.
All right, then it's just a 12.
Okay.
I'll move out of the way to the tree line.
Not unless you want to. Oh no! Wait,
No.
you have mobile.
I have mobile.
Okay, so I need to see how much then. You see you're about there. So you have about 20 left. So you're about here. Okay.
Well, a dash, so I
No, that was already.
to get there. Oh, and then you would use
it's 120
action,
total.
normal. No, you're right. So you can go another 20. So you're about here.
Total.
Yep.
My goodness.
You can.
Pro at running away.
Grip.
As a bonus action, he says, yellow energy crackles around his hands, and turns back to Weisa. Empower their weapon. And then turns back to it. Yes! And casts a poison bolt
Okay.
at the creature. That is a 26 to hit.
Just absorbs into its body with no visible effect.
Well, that sucks.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Wait, so were you wanting her to empower your weapon? Or?
No, one of theirs.
Oh, one of theirs?
Yeah. But now that I have seen that will have no visible effect, I am less enthusiastic about that strategy.
She pauses, and that is... Yeah, she looks at you. She kind of...
Maybe not.
Indeed. Let me see if this does anything at all. And she finally draws first blood on this thing. Two damn sheets. So that's... We'll do it that way. And there's just a little... There's the barest tink! And there's just a tiny, tiny little trickle of black ichor. She says, I don't think the poison is doing anything, Grip.
No, it's not.
All right. And your steed is probably back here behind you. He does not immediately charge in, and you sense that he is watching you, seeing how you deal with this.
Understood.
But he readies an action for something. Titus, you're up. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't skip over the oppressor soul. All right. So the oppressor soul is glistening with some sort of unholy etheric slime coming off of it, and you see it has multifaceted eyes. It has what looks like multiple faces on it. It has a face at the end. You can't really tell, but it has the face at the end of the tail that looks like it's ready to bite. And the eyes shut, the mouth clamped shut, and the face at the end of the tail says, "Hi guys, and wouldn't you like to be friends?" And you feel a sickly, sweet warmth coming off of it as you suddenly see that it's just a poor, lost oppressor soul in the mean old prime material plane in the world of muscle and blood. So everyone that is near it, make a saving throw against becoming its buddy. Titus, if you'd like to use your reaction, you can ask Concord to come in and...
I was actually thinking about it, of having Concord drawn with my shield and knowing for a fact that if it was any type of thing like that, he would place Concord to his forehead. Almost like asking the permission of like, what can I do? And like, how do, like, together. Like, almost just like how he'd be calling out, like, if there's a battalion of men behind him, he's asking her that.
You just get her presence, you don't get her words.
Okay.
She's ready. So do you want her help in this?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to roll with a plus, instead of a -1, you'll have a plus 14 to this.
Okay.
What kind of saving throw is this?
Wisdom.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 17 plus 14.
Okay.
So how much is it?
All right, you feel her semi-divine self or petite divine self You like that?
So small.
Petite divine. Interpose herself between that and the sickly sweet, and she there's a two-headed axe that she generates in the skyscape of the temple and the cathedral, and cleaves the air, and the scent dissipates. Had you been even on a 17 with your character, had you been by yourself, that would have overwhelmed you.
Oh yeah, it would have been a 16.
Okay.
The layers.
You got a 7?
Yep.
Okay. You suddenly feel a rush of enormous sympathy for this thing. And you have a desperate need to negotiate instead of indulge in destructive conflict. Marcus.
I got a 24.
All right.
Hey, guys, quite well.
I'm like, I am not even taken.
You see,
Sorry, girl. Take me out to dinner first.
you see the malevolence. You see the malevolence on this thing, the hatred, the lies, and you also are grateful that it's coming. That the host body, the host essence, it's having to riff off of is a genius bug instead of a person.
Yeah,
Let
right.
alone a chosen that it's possessed.
Yeah.
Okay, you were not taken in by it, and
What did Devin do on his turn? You did
attacked.
I ran in, attacked, and ran out.
Okay.
Yep.
Saving throw as well.
Yeah, he was too far away.
He's too far away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he got out of the way.
And
I stay away from things, especially things that like.
yeah.
I run away, by the way.
So you
The Joestar technique.
you hear Antigone say, "Oh, fuck nuts, you poor thing." And
So bad.
Indra just, I am mistress of my own mind.
Hey.
The Brix's scream, and Rex, fuck you!
Yeah.
All right, and that's what happens with that. And it, and as a free action, you hear the eyes snap back open. Why don't you want to be friends? Okay. Now, yep. Spess is doing his thing. Titus, you're up.
Okay. Knowing as that and knowing who Titus is, he's going to go in front of the monster.
Okay.
He's going to, as a free action, pick up the dog with his shield to then give it to Marcus and be like, go at range. And like it supposes himself in between Marcus, the pug, and the oppressor soul.
You think that the oppressor soul's claw can reach over your head
Okay.
to hit him if he tries to break, but fair enough.
Could I push Marcus with some of my movement?
No, that's an action.
Okay. All right, sweet. Well, yeah, give him the dog.
Okay, that's an interactive object, but
Yep.
sure.
And then, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Directly in front. And yeah. For it.
All right, go.
Okay. 2 attacks per round.
2 attacks per round, first combat.
Attack.
Oh my god. Well, a 12.
12.
No.
Shells up.
Okay, that one looks better. A 30.
What?
A what?
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I apologize. A 28.
28.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah. That's
No, because you have a
27.
because you have a plus. Was that a nat? Was that a nat 20?
No, it was an 18.
18? Because remember you crit on 19s as well. Okay. So that'd be a 26, I think actually. All right. Even though it's tried to even though it tries to shell through, the radiance on Concord intensifies, and then it narrows down to a single band around the cutting edge that you're bringing into it.
Yeah, I would think about it as like kind of a pullback and then turning in almost like a fencer
puncture.
rather than a broadsword. Like you can kind of see it more so that like, oh, Titus is evolving himself a little bit.
Getting into its joint. Okay.
Yep,
Go
and then-
ahead and
1d8 plus 1d6 plus 6 for one hand.
for one hand, yes.
Oh, it's plus 7 now. Oh no, that's not so good. 10 plus 7, 17.
It should be, it's a +1 sword. You have a +5, so it should be a +6, Tony.
Oh, plus 6? Okay, sorry. Then
So 16?
16.
How much of that was radiant?
Radiant would be the...
The die 6 is radiant.
Oh, okay, then it would have been 1.
1 point radiant and the rest. Okay, great.
And then while I'm at it, action surge.
Action scene.
Okay. All right. Time starts to slow down. You call upon that chosen essence to push yourself past your normal limits. You feel it flood through your limbs. Go ahead. 2 more attacks.
Oh my goodness. 4 plus 9, no. Yep. 13. Oh my god. And 13 again? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
the curse.
Yeah,
The dice curse.
I'm not sorry, Concord Dice. You are now in jail. Forever. Thank you. It was a wonderful gift.
Thank you for your service.
See. Thank you for your service. All right. You got that going.
Or lack thereof.
And Marcus, you're up. You are still within its range of attack.
Does he look like he's gained his attention at all?
Make an insight check.
Insight.
Sorry, I'm over here. 10.
Okay. You can't tell.
All right.
This thing's bizarre.
Dice curse. Dice curse.
Gotcha.
It's intent on playing the victim.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
To blind this creature before me, and I'm going to try to use blindness on him. Invoke blindness.
Interesting.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
And that is a con save.
On save.
She's gonna be fatty, but
Yeah.
that's a really interesting.
Yeah.
It's an interesting call. I like that a lot.
It is going to be fatty. And then it starts flailing around as this light flares, this golden light flares from behind its eyes.
Flashbang.
And it was because it was shutting its eyes to keep anything, and then you see it just leaking out from behind. And then the eyes open and it's flailing around.
Very cool.
Flashbang.
If I move at this point, would I still accrue an attack of opportunity, even if it's blinded?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Because it can still hear you.
I will remain where I'm standing at this point
Okay.
Ooh.
and duck down. I'm going to duck down behind
The shield with the dog.
Please.
Titus.
Brixus was not incapacitated.
Santa.
And Santa's
Santa.
bigger than that, but that's the mini we have. All right.
Wunderklaus.
It's not the mini Brixus deserves, but it's the one we have.
It's the one we deserve.
I don't even know if you could tell.
You know what I'm gonna do next round? I'm gonna haul you away.
I'm working on it. Well,
Okay.
No, I'm gonna haul you away.
So he does actually on 2 attacks. He's just slicing with wild abandon. You hear he lets out a as he goes in. Spittle flies out. All trace of joviality is erased off of him as a rage fills his limbs. And he does manage to get in past this iron hard chitin, the chitinous arms. However, a lot of the momentum seems to be bled off by his terrestrial weapon, and the kinetic force doesn't really seem to transfer that well. Okay.
idea. I think
Now we're back up to Indra.
I have an idea.
Well, you wanna like talk sweet whispers to it.
Yeah, you do. So Indra drops her staff. And she doesn't actually make contact with it. Her hands stop just before it hits the tail. Well, actually, I'm going to say the face is thrashing around, so the face is down inspecting her because she's one of the resistant ones. And then this shudder runs through its body. Now! And it seems like it's paralyzed.
Oh.
Hooray.
Okay.
All right.
Stunning strike.
Honey, what are you doing? That's crazy. He's just a lost babe in the woods. What are you doing? And Antigone's like, I can't let you do that again, darling.
Oh.
And she tries. She tries to grab. She tries to grab Indra. Indra rolls backward away from her though, and the 2 women. I know technically they're not supposed to, but it's dumb to me that they're not moving. So the 2 women are locked into some sort of puppetry dance. However, Indra still got the stunning strike off successfully. Mitra. All right, so you're busy contemplating how unfair things are.
Oh, this poor little thing. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to do anything.
You don't have a chance to break out yet, but make a check to see if you're overwhelmed and you need to help your poor friend. Or if you're willing to just negotiate, try to talk your other friends out of...
Okay, what check is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh my god, all my dice are just hating me right now. 12.
Okay. You feel like you have to physically defend this. You don't have to hurt your friends.
Okay.
But you have to do something. It's not enough. Words aren't enough right now. They have to understand how battered and how oppressed the oppressor soul has been.
Okay.
What do you do?
Then in that case, I will hold. I'll spend 1 key point to hold patient defense of anyone, like Titus and anyone out up front, try to take a swing at it.
That makes sense. Okay.
And just, like, hold that pose and just go, stop, it's trying to help. Like, it's trying to, just listen, hear me out.
Okay.
Where's Indra at?
On the
But I'll move kind of like scoot.
And where is
like,
your
in front
character
of
at?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a
Fortunately,
little
this thing is big enough that they can't see you. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do a little scoochy scooch in front of it.
And like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little scooty scoot. And then I will mark down that I have 1 less key point.
Yeah, would have gone around. Okay. Very good. That'll make sense to me.
Yep.
And Devrin, you're up. And then Grip, you're next.
I'm gonna go ahead and wow. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and try to. There's Rexa. Sorry, not Rexa. Indra's over there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, this is.
And she's the one that's in. Who's the one that's charmed over there? Is that Indra?
Yeah, that's Captain.
Antigone's trying
Antigone?
to grapple her. Yeah.
And do I know if she's chosen or not?
Oh, she absolutely is.
Oh yeah. And she. Yeah.
Actually, a pretty beefy chosen.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and can I? I'm gonna go in and try to assist to like plow her off.
Okay. Do you want to knock her prone? Do you want to grapple her? What do you want to do?
I want to knock her prone and like almost do like a running charge, and then
run through and clip her. Or
yeah,
something.
clip her, trip her.
Okay.
I thought that
Get her down, away.
Okay. No, that's a good idea. Go ahead and I'll give you advantage with that because you catch her completely off guard, and she is not in her right mind right now.
19 and 18. So that would be
For athletics.
athletics.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 23.
Okay. Okay. You want to keep going, or do you want to stand on her or sit on her?
I will. I'll keep going.
Okay.
And that couldn't have been done as a bonus. That's a normal
That's a
attack,
full
right?
action. That's a full action. So
No time to rest.
You have a little bit more. Yeah.
No time to
Where are you
sit.
trying to go? You could get over here to the side if you wanted.
I don't want to be near it. Towards Weisa.
You did not attack it this round, so you will incur an attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's right. I will.
Hey,
You are correct on that. Can I do anything as a bonus action?
Was it blinded and paralyzed?
You can disengage.
You can disengage as a bonus
Disengage.
You can use your cunning action. Yes, you can use your cunning.
I'll use my
thank
cunning
you.
action to actually really
I wasn't going to
disengage.
give that to you until you worked through it. Yeah. Okay.
What else would you?
Okay, so you very well. So you juke. You follow the damn chosen essence of yours. You juke and jive. That is your bonus. I'm gonna check this because you have 40. So that's probably about. No. So you can disengage, but you can't move. That's your movement.
What? I can't move.
No. Because it's 40 base. You use your cunning action to disengage, and your main action to shove her down. So you're there. Okay. Grip.
Oh, that was a great hit.
No, that was
super
That
great.
was really good.
You estimate for me my distance from this creature.
Maybe 45, 50.
I'm going to move within 30 feet. roughly within 30 feet.
Okay, so something like that.
Shouting back to Weisa, like, stay here!
I'm not made of glass.
I'll give this a shot. I'm gonna try and throw some fire at it.
Okay. Flame bolt.
No, it's just my produced flame.
Produce flame. Okay.
That is going to be dirty 20.
Right.
Fireball?
And you remember Antigone telling you that fire was pretty much useless against this thing. Yeah, it just washes over the body. Doesn't seem to do much.
Fuck.
But Weisa clocks that too. And let's see, it is now the Oppressor Soul's turn.
Ew.
And
I hate
okay,
it.
so those of you charmed, it's gonna charmed, I'm sure. It's gonna leave be. Randy, roll for Frankus. See if you got charmed.
For Fwankus? No!
Starts growling at you.
You got charmed.
Okay.
No!
So the dog's actually still there, technically.
Yeah. Yeah. Frankus is kicking to be next to him. He does love you though, so he's in pug ways, you know. So it's not like he's gonna bite you or anything, but he's just kicking to try to cover
Wait,
the
wait.
oppressor
Will
soul.
that force me, by keeping hold of him, will that force me to have to make concentration checks?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep holding that.
No. Okay. And for the rest of you who are there, you hear, well, if you don't want to be friends, then get close. And everyone who isn't Weisa, go ahead and give me a wisdom save. It's not trying to do anything to you.
Because I'm chill like that.
Give me a wisdom save.
I'm gonna use one of my
Morale.
morale.
Okay, so extra die 8.
5.
Hey, not bad.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Well, do you want?
4.
Did you had the option of using your?
Oh, I am able to use that as my reaction
Yeah.
each time? Oh, okay, yeah, then definitely the dirty 20.
You are stupidly OP.
Yeah, thank God.
Okay, so dirty 20. She just continue. It's not lazy, but she's just guardedly kind of basically passing the two-handed axe in a figure 8 and just dispelling the shit as it comes off
So
of it.
cool. Okay, I love it.
So that was another, and this was like a darker rolling, noxious gray-green fog coming out. This wasn't just little nice, sickly, sweet wafts of air. Okay, so you passed it.
26.
20. God damn, on a wisdom?
8 and
Yeah,
Oh, that's right, because you rolled that. Okay, that's right. Okay, all right. You dig deep, Corey. Let me go ahead and take that out. You draw out on.
I need it.
You draw on. Well, no, you don't want to be terrorized by this thing. And you feel this terror begin to. It tries to settle into your soul, and you draw on the sense of being with these other people in battle, being able to do things collectively that any single chosen, no matter how mighty, just couldn't accomplish. Even Jason Tenderheart had to have other champions with him to win. And you actually managed to fight through the miasma and hold your psychic breath and get the hell out of there, like mentally.
Very cool.
Okay, it didn't attack you, Marcus?
Does he go before me or do I go?
No. This is resisting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 21.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah.
You feel the presence of your goddess. Just it's subtle, but it's in your bones, and she will not allow something else to override her emissary's autonomy. It's not going to happen. Make an insight check.
Some bonus to win. Yeah.
Insight. Damn.
That is a 18.
Okay.
You feel something. I wasn't sure if you were going to feel this or not, because there's a lot of shit going on. When that happens, you feel something click. There is a quiet warmth. Where are you wearing the ring? Antonio's ring.
Not my ring finger for my wife, but
The other side. Okay.
To wait.
So there's
Looking like a true priest.
there's a quiet warmth, and as your own inner strength rises, this warmth washes out to meet it. It joins, and as soon as that joins, you feel this dark miasma just waft off of you. So as long as you're wearing the ring, you're immune to fear.
Oh shit.
Yo!
Okay. So that is going on, and Grip,
12.
you feel your connection with Trisley fighting. You know now that that whatever is going on is echoing down the corridors of your psyche to them, and in some quiet contemplation, you see their sublime little face snap up as as you're overwhelmed and you have to use your movement to run away from it. And even though Dissonant Whispers works in that really weird way, and I'm kind of basing it off that, you will move on your turn. Dissonant Whispers, somehow you use your reaction to move, which has always been weird to me. So you will use that to move, and we will have that discussion in a bit. All right, so that's what it does. And Weisa, who is not within its AoE.
Come on, Weisa. Come on, Weisa.
She sees her thrashing around. All right, I'll sit on her. And she runs closer.
What did I tell you? I just told you.
What did I just say?
And as she runs up, I know this is a little weird, Grip, and you're terrorized right now. At disadvantage, make an insight check.
Great.
Disadvantage?
Love that for me. 7 minus 2 for a total of 5.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Can I make?
Ain't so wide.
We have this conversation every week.
Yeah, we were not that wide.
No? Okay.
All right, you're trembling. You're having issues, and you hear her whisper. Wow, okay. That's,
Wow.
Uno. Oh my gosh.
okay.
Yeah, oh man.
My goodness.
She drops her voice, and you have no time, you have no space, you have no place in this era. Be gone. And you hear it. I don't like you anymore.
Go, Tristan, go.
As
The queen.
as black ichor starts oozing out of its ear holes, and the eyes on the Extend-A-Face bug out. And that one starts frothing and coughing up, and whatever she did to it seemed to strike it quite a blow.
They gave it an aruga.
And she says, "It's mind. It's surprisingly weak." Okay.
Okay.
And finally rallying whatever was going on with Rex. This is a little harder shot, actually. He was recovering for a turn. I didn't know. And Indra, I didn't know, I'm sorry. And Indra just snaps at it. Now's not the time. Now's not the time. Go there. Go now. And yeah, there is an angle he can hit. Okay. Yeah, there's an angle he can hit in there. Okay. Right. Right home. Levitas! And that staff just wakes up. You see it coruscating with eldritch blue and purple fire of the electric sort. Expelliarm! And that's
Mr. Cool Guy.
another.
This fucking guy.
I'm the coolest guy ever.
Ever. The coolest guy ever. Next to Warren.
He's so emo, he's gotta have his bangs covering it.
How did you know?
Whatever. Yeah.
He flips his hair back.
And it just continues toward the Kogi. Okay. A question is asked. Perhaps the question is answered. And behind you, you feel rather than hear or sense. Need help?
Love it.
Okay.
This guy's talking to a unicorn, man. Oh, God.
And roll a die 20 for me, Tony.
All right. Oh.
Not that
Maybe
one.
not that one.
Oh my god, a 5.
Maybe do that one instead.
Yeah, maybe roll that one.
Oh, that's fine. The one that was on the ground was a 1.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. All right. We'll say that the
All my dice are going to jail.
we'll say that the steed is still kind of hanging out with you and hasn't committed yet.
Yeah.
I think it's coming from a flanking position. I feel like that's advantage.
You do feel a okay, Anika. You do feel a little tingle. Yeah. You do feel
He's charging, surprise.
a little tingle around yourself, and I'm trying to. Yeah, it does.
Donnie Tinkle?
The Donnie Tingle?
Donnie
I'm
tingle.
tingling.
So there's a little tingle. There are little sparks and shimmers of lunar energy that come around you, and you have a nice little lunar shield.
Hey, girl.
Okay.
That is around you. Okay.
Very cool.
Marcus, you are
Cool.
up.
Okay. By My Lady's grace, please act as a beacon of hope for my friends and companions. I'm going to send out a beacon of hope, which gives them pluses to advantage to all wisdom saving throws,
Okay.
right?
How far?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm going to try. Can I tell if Grip is trying to flee right now? Like, in fear? Can I
You see his you see his eyes wide as saucers, and he's trembling.
Quite lizard-like.
Gotcha. Is there any way that I can
Like a little chihuahua.
position it between Weisa and the critter? Oh, and
Right over here.
yeah, right about there. So I can actually
Yeah.
try to get everybody in
cool.
that 30
Yeah.
feet range.
Yeah, you can. And you're just sliding along, so you haven't technically broken its melee.
I'm
Okay.
still going to try to stay behind Titus though if I can.
Yeah, if it wants to get you, it can get you.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Then yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And
What's the effect, hon?
basically it gives
No. Like what happens narratively?
A golden kind of waving essence comes out from the middle of it and just sort of permeates the entire area and anybody that it touches, for my friends, all of them, including Mitra, right there.
Oh, I'm not your friend.
Bad time to bring
Primarily
that up.
on her though, and the ones who are affected by any kind of the
Okay.
of the mental problems that I can see, fear, what all.
They need a mental health day, but otherwise, well, actually, you're
thought this
nice and you're giving them a mental health day.
Yes.
That's wonderful of you, Marcus.
Thank you, darling.
Okay, and I need to see if. God, that is crazy, dude. Okay, this barbarian actually no, sorry. Once he's in rage, he can't be charmed or frightened. Never mind.
Do I go before him?
Yep. No, you're right. Go.
Sorry. Yeah. Attack.
Anything. One.
Please. That is a 17 to hit.
Damn.
17. Chink. Glances off.
17?
Harder than plate.
Wow. Okay, that's definitely not gonna hit them. Okay. Those are my turns. What a wonderful life.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
Golly.
Then I should have had Marcus go, and then home dude. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, there we go.
I haven't had a dice roll over 10.
You got a 17 on your wisdom roll that one time.
Plus 14. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Actually, goddamn, that was nice. All right. So Brix is his first hit, just basically nicks it. And again, oh wait, no, you've taken way more damage than that. Sorry. I need to add that up.
Way more damage, you said. You know?
Sexy words.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just
This SOB is currently stunned and blinded, so roll both of those with advantage.
Oh, God, yeah.
oh, yeah.
And the unicorn, too, yeah. Okay, so that is a 24 to hit.
24. Okay, that gets in there.
Yay.
As it cannot.
Okay, so that's 7, 8, 9, 9 plus 6, 15 points of damage.
If it's paralyzed, isn't that a crit?
Well, it's stunned.
Oh, it's not paralyzed,
Yeah,
by definition.
Yeah, it looks like it's paralyzed, but yeah.
Okay, and that's a nat 1, so we're just gonna ignore that guy.
Okay. So on the 16, how much of that was radiant, Donnie?
2.
2 of those. Okay. All right, now it's looking shitty. 16. Wait, what am I doing? I'm being crazy. Okay, so that's.
Could I blitz round? Or no, I have to do that through action search.
Okay.
But I have 2 action searches.
No, you have 1.
Okay, great. I wrote it down as Blitz Round is my action search, so I totally get it.
So as you're
4 attacks is more than enough.
whenever you're hitting it, like the little bit of radiant that's actually getting through seems to be just dissolving it.
Yeah.
It looked like the
And-
rest of the.
Make a tactics roll.
Can I see if the regular damage is doing anything to it?
Tactics is a 22.
Tactics is a 22. Hold off on that. You can make that roll, Corey, if, on your turn. You're looking at it. You really would be interested in seeing what a divine bolt from Marcus would do to this thing.
Yeah. I'll be like, Marcus, show it God!
The intended process.
Give him the Lord!
Okay, then Marcus. Then Brixus. Brixus did so on the second hit that Brixus swung. He put his soul into that thing, got a nat 20.
Yay.
And did. Unfortunately, it's not an enchanted weapon, but it's +5 for that. Okay, so that is wow. That's a lot for a non. For a enchanted weapon.
house, it ain't.
Yeah. Oof. That would have been 34 points of damage to something else, but yeah. All right, and now it's.
We don't want to be your friend.
Why are you being so mean?
Because we can be.
Because you hurt this poor little dog.
And
That's what I was gonna say.
let's see. Before she recovers, is Indra gonna try to? For one crazy ass second, Indra looks over at Concord. You probably don't even notice this. Marcus and Weisa might though, and Devrin, you definitely do. She looks over at Concord, and you actually hear her whisper, "I wish I had that weapon."
And she's correct, because I'm
Yeah.
feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Quite the jealous.
And instead she's just again she like pulls back, closes her eyes for a second, drops down to a knee, tries to ridge hand up into that same energetic spot. Physically, it looks like she's not. It looks like she's hitting a point in air about like a quarter inch away from it.
Oh, cool.
She does have advantage in all of these attacks, though. That's not going to do it. Good God! All right. I am rolling like hot dog mess over here. It happens sometimes.
Good, good.
Okay.
I mean, oh man.
Welcome back to the
aw.
show, everybody.
For our good allies.
No, yeah.
Check it, Sarah, for after podcast.
So there's a quick blur, and I mean just tack, and one of those shots that got in there though, that she's just basically trying to run straight through an energy pipeline. Again, the thing kind of blubbers and doesn't look too happy.
Boss nice.
Okay, it seems to have some sort of innate resistance to it, but she's still jamming it through. And
Rebel.
go ahead and Sydney roll with advantage for Antigone.
And I will. For Antigone?
Yeah, and let me see if she can shake off with the additional.
Ha! A 2 and a 4. No.
Okay.
6! No, I'm kidding.
I'm literally getting new dice right now.
Okay, so she springs up, and you hear her say, "Can't you all see what a beautiful malign creature this is?
What?
What is wrong with you people?"
Cargans.
And make either an acrobatics or athletics roll as she tries to grapple you, Corey,
Oh my
and
god.
pull you away from it.
Come on.
At least she's not.
Hey!
23.
23.
Maybe let's just take my.
Hers. I actually have to.
The important one's about to come.
Oh wait, no, she can't attack with that. Never mind. Okay, all right. No, you juke away.
Yay!
I tumble away.
Yeah, you tumble. You slip down. You do just a quick little half roll. Okay.
Show it love.
And that is that. Mitra, go ahead and roll.
Alright, I'm rolling with my morale point.
As you feel this foreign goddess attempting to burn away the miasma.
Oh, it did.
4, so that is 18.
18.
Yep.
What was the other die for, hon?
13. It was my morale point.
Oh, you're using a morale point.
Yeah.
With it. Okay.
Because I'm like, I'm not doing that.
You don't want to be okay.
I'm
All
not
right.
doing that today.
You got your wisdom in that as well?
Oh, add my wisdom, so that's.
It's,
Yeah, it's a wisdom check.
Yeah.
18,
And I think monks get a.
23.
Yeah, that
Quite a while.
definitely
Yeah,
does
see
it.
if
Okay.
it's wisdom.
It burns. Your sense of self just vehemently reasserts.
What am I doing? And I'm gonna do something really crazy and really fun and flashy.
Okay,
and
do
cool.
it.
All right.
So, I see Titus right there, and I know this thing is behind me. So I'm gonna try and jump off of Titus and try to get like
On
overhead
top.
advantage of like this.
You can try to get on top of it if you want.
Mount it.
I mean, it could be fun. Can I use Step of the Wind for it?
If you use Step of the Wind, I'll give you advantage.
Yeah, baby. I'm
Okay.
going stupid with this.
Mitchu, she's our gal.
Okay, make
stupid.
make an acrobatics or athletics roll
Oh boy.
as you try to bounce off.
With advantage,
You're
right?
probably the only player character I'd let actually try to do that because that's pretty anime. But
Thank you.
Isn't that what we're doing?
I watch a lot
she's
of it.
chosen
Well,
that
that's one.
direction,
It's
so
paralyzed. And
You said athletics or acrobatics?
either one.
I'll do acrobatics. That's like a 15. Let's see. Yeah,
15?
like a 15.
I'm gonna say that's enough.
Yes.
That's probably just enough.
And as my yes, okay, and I'm going to use. Oh my gosh! As my action, I think.
Hey, sometimes being a large creature sucks.
I know, right?
This is one of those things
And
where
as my
they can
action,
actually
I'm
do
gonna
crap
try
like
and
this
take
to you.
like a couple of swings of the blade.
Okay.
Let's see. I think it's just one. Yeah.
It's one, and then you can spend another key point if you want to do.
Flurry.
I already used my bonus action. Oh, nah! I used my bonus action.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Okay. You.
Oh, God.
You're rolling with advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah, and since it's blinded and I know
That's better.
I know it doesn't happen this way, but since it's blinded and paralyzed-ish, it's stunned and blinded, and you're on top of its head.
21.
21 to hit. All right, you drive it in, double your damage on that.
Yeah!
so
Double
roll.
my damage. Is that 2 die, I'm assuming?
Yeah, 2 die 8 should be.
Oh, it's actually... Oh, 2 die 8 for
Yeah.
crit? Okay.
you got a new sword.
Yeah, because you got an upgrade.
That's
remember? She
right.
needed a heavier
10.
10 total.
Strength.
Yep.
And then plus your wisdom.
No,
wisdom,
yeah, that's
right?
10
Yeah.
total.
That's 10 total. All right.
Yeah. I'm doing like a whole... Like, as she's jumping up, she'll just go, sorry, Titus? And then, like, I was like, gives like a good, like, kick to him as she, like, uses him as leverage.
You feel the force of it, but because she used Step of the Wind, she feels preternaturally light.
Yeah, that's it's like just kind of like a the head bent down. I'm like, all right.
Get right in the
And
face.
then when I know that you're almost not going to make it, he's gonna turn his head up really quick.
There
with
you go.
20 strength and give you an extra inch up.
Yeah. It's a lot.
No, that's great. His sternocleidomastoid muscles.
Actually, different
gives her the
wording.
bump.
She'll just go, sorry, Domini, and then just...
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Okay. No, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Bam. All right, Devrin, you have this.
yes.
You have this wild woman who is on you.
It's wild woman.
Wild woman.
Wow, woman.
Who Antigone, who's trying to grapple you.
Who's trying to grapple me?
I mean, you evaded her for the turn, but
She done. Thank you.
but you see her eyes are just bug-eyed, and she's terrified for what's going on.
I will. Shit.
Just like right
Right
there.
here? No. Yeah.
One brain cell, y'all. One brain cell.
Where am I
I'm
at?
doing
Miss
it
us,
too.
guys.
You're
Don't you
right.
miss us.
Where's she at? This is why I play the game. I am going to be like sleep.
Okay.
Cool.
And a range where it only hits her. Because it's a 20-foot radius.
Radius or cone?
It's
If it's radius, you're hitting everybody.
I can position where I want though. Mm-hmm. You're saying I can't position to where I only hit her?
It's an amount of hit points, and it starts with the
as
person
well. It does,
who
but
has the lowest amount within that range.
But Corey's saying he's going to try to make the point of origin.
to where it hits her only on the
So
edge.
it's a 20 radius, and
Yep.
you're projecting it like back.
Back here, right? Exactly.
I don't know. You might hit. You
Whisper
might.
it to her chin facing up.
You might wind up hitting.
Can I go straight back?
You're gonna hit. Yeah. Okay. Straight back work.
All right.
So yeah. Roll the total of hit points.
She's so high level.
Yeah. About to find out here.
Shot.
It's 5D.
All these days hate me.
It's 5d.
And
Yay.
26.
Nice.
Darling, it's been a hot minute since that would have worked.
And I still run away.
Okay.
Run away!
With a double dash.
Shh. Make a wisdom check for her and see if she's going to take her attack of opportunity on you.
I just attacked her. No, she doesn't.
No, you cast a spell at her. That's not a physical attack. It's not a melee attack.
Can also disadvantage. Oh, huh. Wisdom check?
Yeah, wisdom check.
Me or her?
Advantage,
For her.
advantage,
For her.
Advantage.
For her.
Yeah, advantage. Even though she's still under the effects, the presence of Toya is still there. So with advantage, make this roll for her.
She's in the
Yep.
the Marcus sphere. Oh,
A 4
God.
and 8.
4 and 8.
Man, we're just rolling shit for these like NPCs. I feel bad.
You're supposed to have more fun.
Unless it was to fail to see if she would take it.
No, I mean that's under that. That obviously doesn't meet the DC. But this is shades of gray, because that would be a really bad hit on you. Okay, she's gonna stave her hand, so she stays her hand. Sweaty, yeah, sweaty. Okay, which direction?
You going through, Corey?
That way.
Okay.
Away, away,
Hey, Groot.
away, away.
You want here? Or you want farther?
I want to be half my movement. So it'd be, if I can do 120, 60.
No, because your main action was already taken, so you
Yeah.
can't double dash.
Oh, that's right, a single dash. So that'd be
40,
80 to 40.
That's about 40. Yeah.
Okay.
That should be, as far as you can tell, that should be outside of this thing's whatever it's been doing. All right, Grip, you're up.
So I need to make another check at advantage.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
You can
do it. Anybody can.
You are
Fine. Okay, fine.
All right, I guess. You know, twist my arm.
on yourself.
Twist my arm.
I'll use a morale point.
Morale point.
Everyone's using morale points. Woo!
Hey, it's the cool kids are doing it.
We're not.
Yeah, not
I
yet.
did.
Not yet. I should have.
Anyway.
Actually, I'm gonna roll that separately. That's a 7 on
Nice.
the morale.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, you feel the
Yes.
you feel the esprit de corps.
That's a 6. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be a 13.
13.
No.
All right. You were terrified, and
Oh
even with that
no, baby.
strong of an esprit de corps, you run.
Oh,
But why?
baby.
All right, so
Sweet
here's
angel. We did nothing wrong, surely.
here's the real important question, because I have something that I can do that I would probably do if I were feared for my life from this creature. Also, is there like any gas miasma just coming off of the effect that charmed people?
Physically, no.
Okay.
No, physically, no.
So I'm real sorry about this, everybody else, but in a
I'm on the dang thing.
yeah,
What do you mean?
well, you know, them's the breaks. In a fit of desperation, just looking around, and then a gust of wind is going to propel forward 60 feet in a 10-foot line.
Which is just enough to hit it.
just enough to hit it, and everybody else in it there.
Yep.
Good luck, everybody else.
Yep.
Boop, 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 boop.
So
boop, boop.
sorry about that, but that's a thing that would probably happen.
You gotta do what you do. No.
Okay, so they're all making strength checks.
Yep.
It's fine.
Okay.
That is a DC 15 strength
Roll for
saving throw.
roll for Weisa, Toby.
Alright.
Titus, you're rolling. Mitra, you're rolling.
Oh, am I?
It's rolling.
11.
Actually, the two ladies are not rolling.
Waste up fails.
Okay.
18.
18. All right, you just plant yourself.
Yeah, and if Marcus flies by me, I'll catch him.
Marcus.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. You.
Just like,
You had frickin' corn-fed Marcus, man, just squats down and.
Grits and pigs, dude. This guy is big.
Okay.
It's from
an
carrying
11
around your
for
whole
me.
family.
Okay.
every day.
Damn.
Juggling kids.
All right, you get. Does she take damage?
No, just
don't think
push.
so.
On her turn is pushed 15 feet.
Okay. That's one of those rules.
I'm happy to overrule that. I don't like that rule at
Those
all.
rules are so weird. Okay. All right. We're
and
not.
if I take any fall damage, I'll use my reaction to do slow fall.
Nice. Okay. And then
Sorry, Titus.
So 60 feet
I mean,
should
I'm
just
white,
be up to
man.
Roach or anybody on the other side.
oh no, you're right. Yeah, that's not going to hit him. Okay, good. God, I was about to have to assess if you killed Frankus or not.
What small would be?
There's a
I
little
don't.
bit.
I mean,
was holding
it seems
a
to
little-
be the creatures are like 10 foot.
Like yeah.
Oh, are you still-
No, I've been holding.
You're still okay.
That's why I asked if like if me holding him wouldn't accrue me.
No, you did. You're right. Okay. So you have him.
Doing the Superman pose around him.
Oh, I
right.
got you, buddy.
All right. Now, finally, you hear him barking. It takes a lot to get this dog to bark in real life. So.
Did the creature make a throw as well?
It did. Yeah. It just squats down.
It's sat down.
But it will be harder for it to get to me.
And then how much does she get moved? 15 feet?
15 feet.
Does she get shoved almost about to about here? She's prone too, right?
No.
Really?
It does not specify.
She's not prone. Okay. Interesting. All right. So
Move 10 feet.
So she.
Do we want to make the change so it happens on the turn?
Not right now. No, I need to consider that mechanically. Okay. You see Rex gathering arcane energy, and if anything, this blast is going to be more potent than the next one, or than the first one. I mean, it's actually now a scintillating corona around his body as he's pulling it out. Mitra, get the fuck off!
I don't have a choice, but you know.
Right.
She's gonna get pushed 15 feet.
Yeah, you're about to get
Conveniently, I'm getting the
conveniently
hell out.
you're about to get pushed 15 feet as a second gray lightning joins it from
Pulls the action.
joins it from the staff itself.
Mitra, leave. Fire.
Yes, as soon as I feel like I'm getting pushed off, I'm gonna try and like maybe backflip off.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah.
Be like, all right, I guess I'm just getting off.
You're gonna do a little pike.
Yeah. Like a feeling that it was purposeful.
Let's see. There. Is there anybody who might see this? Marcus, make an insight check.
Insight.
16 on the die.
Nice.
Probably got it. I'm gonna roll.
23.
I'm gonna roll the.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, her deception's good, but not that good. All right. You see something different in Weisa, and she looks up. Her body language shifts like that. She looks like she drops the bow, and in a language you don't know, calls, but universally, you know. What did you get?
23.
23, yeah, okay. So she clearly is demanding its attention. And the head, in all of this chaos going on, the head, that's the mobile head, turns back around and is kind of shaking and quivering as it's dealing with what Indra's been inflicting on it. And you hear her say a single word. Toko. And
Nasty. Wow.
and it does, yeah, okay. You have chitin, red-black chitin, you have bone, you have the screams of its previous victims, and some just hundreds, what seems like it's not, but it seems like hundreds of gallons of this ichor. Just, and everyone immediate around it gets drenched in this crap. It's good. It's good that you have. Well, you got out just in time.
I'm fine.
I landed immediately. Just.
But you have. Did we already shout this one out, Randy?
No, we did not.
Okay.
Grim for 5, and then super chat for another $10. Ah, great! What did I miss?
Yay.
Also, Ave peeps, I hope all are having a good day.
All right.
From Define Chaos, thank you so much.
DC. Chaos.
And then Grim also gave us 5 at the start of the stream.
And Grim, thank you very much. Sorry, we got
Sidetracked by
slipped through the cracks for a bit, but we got you, brother. All right. So yeah, this thing is blowing up. Frankus has finally lost his crap and is just barking like crazy. Yeah.
What is?
And you see,
Has that a chance?
you see Weisa looking down at herself, and then turn and start casually, just languidly, kind of surveying who's around and assessing. Okay.
That's it.
Was that a word in it? That wasn't Valkyrie, was it?
It was.
What was it? What does that mean? I know Valkyrie.
She didn't say it very loud. And you're a bit far in combat. Make a perception roll.
Perception.
Perception, that will be 20. Dirty.
Doity.
Pathetic.
Oh.
Shit.
Wow.
She's not mad, she's just disappointed.
All right. Antigone's eyes snap back open. Oh my stars and garters, I am so sorry, y'all. Oh my gods. Ooh. And Brixis is
Still hitting it.
and
It's mush.
as it just went away and his axe is buried into the soil. Even the very soil seems to be refusing to allow this crap to come down into it. And Rex, who was about to deliver north of 60 points of damage to this thing, fuck. And it looks like the heavens just cracked, and in reverse though, as this flies back up into the celestial realm.
That might have caused some attention.
Thank you for the warning. As I stand there with just crap.
Cap, you okay? Everyone okay?
Everyone's fine.
Fuck yeah!
Thanks for the warning. And as they pull something out, try to get all the gunk out of the eye socket. Ugh.
You, Mitra, not surprisingly, it got you the worst because not only did it blow up,
Just jump off of it.
you were jumping off, and all that wind was still going.
Oh, God.
And so you got.
Oh, did that mean I didn't even get hit by the wind? Or by the gunk? It just blew right over me because...
Yeah, did it blow past me, please?
Yeah,
I wanted to Mitra to be that
actually
cool,
a really good
to
point.
do a backflip, and then to just be the only one who's covered.
I mean,
Yeah, no, it was going. It was going.
it was.
On its turn.
How long? How long?
On
does it
It's a minute.
last? Oh, it's a minute.
It's a concentration for a minute. It was still going.
It was going. All right. So you feel that mortal terror.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
You feel that mortal terror start to fade, and you feel Trisley reach out to you, and take it into them, and then immediately ground it out into the soil where they're at.
He's just standing there, breathing heavily, pissed.
Nice going, Habibe. And just
I want to look back at the equine and then look at Mitra in there and just be like, and kind of chuckle a little bit and be like, in my mind, be like, quite a clever trick.
Grip, release. Weira, release her.
I'd already
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
You said a minute. I didn't know. Okay.
Does Mitra hear that chuckle from Titus?
Yeah.
Oh, she immediately takes a chunk and just flings it at him.
Do you want to make an attack roll to hit?
Oh my god.
Yeah, actually.
I'm still wearing
Watch the
no
dice
armor.
give me a nat 20. This is gonna be so silly. Do I add anything? or-
Yeah, Dex.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You're not proficient.
16.
16? Okay. Almost. It hits whatever those lunar sparkles are around him. It hits one of the lunar sparkles, then slides off.
Oh. Are you done?
Never.
Understood. And then he actually laughs out loud.
You all right? Yes, I'm fine. That was a damn sight easier than I guess it's coming out of a pug. Is he?
He's fine.
And then as soon as everything's calmed down, and it may seem like I'm exaggerating this dog's resilience, but this is all real life and crazy things have happened around this dog, and then he just goes right back to doing his Frankenboy thing. So yeah. He kisses you. He kisses you to comfort you.
Oh yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling much better now.
And then you feel him squirming like he wants you to put him down and go someplace.
Off he goes.
Okay.
Love him.
And
that dog so
he
much.
runs. He runs. He avoids. He doesn't even really sniff or look at it. Just runs around the ichor. And Antigone looks at Antigone, gives her a little puggish smile, but actually runs over to Rex.
Aww.
And then jumps up. Hey, guy, oh fuck! And he has the dog, and he turns away from everybody. He's holding him.
Aww.
Sweet little
There's a
guy.
little smile on Micha. So.
Antigone looks around and
Shall we go for a swim? Wash off.
I will take that. I'll take
you
it.
see your
And just immediately starts running, like walking towards the river.
okay.
Running.
Okay.
Just like
Get it off.
just more like
You see-
walking with purpose.
Walking with purpose to get this crap the hell off.
I'm gonna.
Still trying to maybe dig some more gunk out of the eye socket. Maybe there's something there.
You see your sister look over to you with a kind of a weird expression on her face. Make an insight roll.
Insight. Get that.
Not mine.
Okay.
6.
You kind of see her do this, and
Weisa, you okay?
I am. It's.
What did you do to it? He runs over to her, kind of like closer.
I didn't finish it. She did. I think it's time that everyone here met the mistress of the founder of Teowani, Okatla the Magnificent. And that is where we will pause the tale for intermission.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to interrupt.
No, I know.
However, I want to see with clear eyes as I'm watching this. As soon as she, like, her change of demeanor, I'm just like, ooh, that's weird. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So,
all right.
I didn't want to interrupt, but.
They're strange.
No, you got it. You got it. I understand, Randy. It's a fast-moving stream, so you got to shove yourself in there sometimes. All right, friends. See you in a couple minutes. Thank you so much.
Get this off of me!
Eldritch Foundry is evolving. Bringing you a virtual army of miniatures like never before in full tabletop-ready color. Paint your miniatures in our upgraded creation tool, then bring them to life in stunning one-to-one detail as 3D printed miniature masterpieces. With complete control over your digital color scheme, you can point and click for simple color fills or go all in on highlights, shading, brush techniques, and more. Create epic heroes and madness-touched monsters that are truly yours. Miniatures are 3D printed in perfect color detail using a new PolyJet 3D printing process, giving you unique, bespoke models ready to delve into any dungeon as part of your next campaign. Everything from one-off player characters to dungeon mobs and boss-level monsters that will make every player in your group jealous. But that's not all. You can take things fully digital and export into leading VTT platforms such as Tailspire and Roll20 to take your games and your custom miniatures wherever you want. Join the adventure of a lifetime. Back our campaign today to help us bring this stunning revolution in custom miniature design to reality. With Eldritch Foundry, full-color 3D design and printing.
Greetings, weary travelers, and welcome to Constructed Chaos, a channel dedicated to all things D&D, including live play streams and podcasts, 3D printing, painting, crafting, homebrew content, and guides for players and dungeon masters alike. Join our Discord for even more special benefits, announcements, and free downloadable content. And until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
poised to greet the rising sun. Your splendorous touch burns away the dark with a soft golden hue. Your world is made anew. We follow the path you've laid.
Welcome back, faraway friends.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
We're back. Does someone collect some of the sample?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
And I believe for MVP, that was Devon last time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. Woo.
Yeah, well done.
Muller.
Well done. So, make sure I have this.
I literally got out, like, the second we were done, I'm just like, holy shit, Devon for MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, you got a bunch.
A
Yeah,
bunch of
you got a bunch.
knowledge.
You got a bunch. Okay. You ready to dive back
Good.
in?
The canoe of
Nice.
It's lit.
That scared me for a
The
second.
beacons are lit.
That was some potent mojo over there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you-
Scared me for a second. I was
Your
like,
fingers. Math tech.
So, you, Titus, feel a little stab of something in your stomach, just a little. As Weisa looks over at you. Dominique, will you walk with me?
Of course.
She starts.
I'm gonna look and be like, Weisa?
For now. And she starts walking toward the river. She doesn't seem to be making any like real effort to disguise the conversation, other than just keeping her voice kind of Weisa normal low. So if anyone else wanted to trail along, I suppose they could.
I'm going for a bath.
No, you're gone. You're gone. You
This is not
need
for
to
me.
get this disgusting thing off of you.
I, on the other hand, am taking out vials, and I am collecting samples of this, whatever it is. Because we might have to run across this again sometime, and I'd rather have some on hand than not.
I mean, if you want to take some off of me, Chuck, feel free.
Here, you have all the rest.
How many you've contaminated?
My bad.
2 vials. Okay. You use both of them.
Yeah. And then an eyeball or 2, something like that, if there's one available. If not, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay.
I'm not digging through the shit to get it, but...
There does not seem to be any hard substance left. It seems to have all deliquesced into this black ichor.
I will follow at a distance.
Okay.
Stealthily.
Oh, you're trying
If
to
I
sneak.
can.
I mean, you can sneak, sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Go sneak, go sneak.
Sneaky.
It's going to be a 17.
Okay. Weisa whispers to you. He thinks he's stalking us. It's actually kind of endearing. Don't hurt his feelings. And Grip, what are you doing?
I have not moved. I'm just seething.
You're seething at your impotence in the combat. Sure. Okay. And perhaps reassessing some of the the difficulty levels of the tales of Jason Tenderheart that you've heard. Supposedly he would fight these things a dozen at a time with this group. So, yeah. Antigone, Rex, Brixus are talking, gathering, and then eventually they're going, mindful of the group, they're going to be slowly heading back to the ship.
So,
I tried to learn how to breathe water. You know the phrase in Valkyrie, under the lake?
I remember you initially mentioning it at Sorrow's End.
It's under what your people call, what the Kithki call, Salashkila, the Great Mother, which I love. I think it's a beautiful term. For us, the lake is different. It is beauty, and of course life-sustaining. It's also where, during more savage times, we drowned our infants to prevent famine. We are a ruthlessly pragmatic people, Domini, despite being permeated with spirituality in every aspect of our lives.
We all have the capability of savagery, but I've never seen yours.
That's kind. You're not just strong, you're kind.
I try.
That's why I follow you. There are plenty of strong men in this world. You're growing into something beautiful.
As are you. It's been a long time since you got a wonderful deal on a great placement for pastries right in front of the keep.
I did do that, didn't I?
Yes, you did. I think Mirik wanted to kill you to protect me.
Eric. Jason. Lily. I've been under the lake for a long time. And I'm tired. Bone tired. My ancestress, her name was Okatla. And some people think of her as a villain. I have come to know her in my reflections, in my visions, in my pondering, in my prayers, as a woman who would not bend, who lived with the full force of her will. She terrifies me, but she also inspires.
I've never not seen you follow your will. I've always admired you. You give me strength in that way. From the tower.
I'm afraid to disappoint you.
You do no such thing.
I already have.
Oh.
So many times.
As if I'm perfect. As if Mirik was. Any of us. You've only ever done your best.
But look at you. Whatever flaws you made, whatever you had, you're a Bellator Sanctus now. As far as we know, the only one in the world.
As far as we know. You think I'd be here without you?
Maybe not.
Definitely not.
Fangs and rattles, huh?
I remember hearing that.
Do you know I was so incredibly ignorant about my own people's deep history until Okatla began to come to me and teach me?
Know that she spoke of such things.
Nilly was right. She was right.
She is quite close to your gods.
She was made by one of them.
So were you.
It's a nice thought, but not the same.
I don't know, what I just saw kind of seemed quite divine. And what I've seen you do, and what you will do for those people in that village, and what you've done for all of us. If there's anything that is divine, it is you.
Why do you have to make this so hard?
Because I'm me. Tell me.
You know Nalishli, of course. And you know... You don't know the one before her. Akatsun. His name was Akatsun. Is Akatsun. He was... I don't know what the right word is, but the word that I've been given was deactivated in battle with the Green Doom on the original homestead of the Earl that fell.
I've heard you speak of this tale.
She thinks it's weak. We are very different people, and yet still I have learned from her. She is my ancestress. Direct ancestress, I suppose. I'm not certain, but I think so. But she has... When I told her that I could hold my breath no longer, but I couldn't abandon thee, or the dream. Yes, I suppose in the end I do believe in it.
I knew you would.
And it's not even my... I was going to say it's not even my people, but I suppose there was a time when the Kuand weren't part of Germantum either, wasn't there? Or the Kith, well, the Kithki had been there from the beginning, but the Kuand, they got taken in later on.
Blood has memory. I know that from my Uncle Julius, who made that so. And from your companionship. It's been like a sister to me. If there's anything about those memories, of who you've been, or who you will be, you know you're always welcome.
Who I will be. There is the third divine construct. The Lord of the Dawnstar, Coatl, made the first, and had the age of Coatl. And it was a time of beauty and great. It was a renaissance for my people, and then that came to an end. And Coatl was a pivotal part of that, although she would tell it very differently. Obviously, you know Nilishli, and you know how her mother was. There is the third one that was, I understand now, my ancestors went to great lengths, or at least a few of them, to make possible in the here and now. But it requires an anchor.
What are you saying? You?
It requires an anchor. She reaches out and she puts her hand against your heart.
Yeah. Do the same. Put my hand on her shoulder and kind of that.
And I can't hold my breath any longer. And every time I close my eyes, I see Jason. I didn't just make a wrong decision. I made a terrible one.
We've all made mistakes. And I'm going to pull her in and hug her.
She just starts crying.
It's okay. It's okay.
A time passes.
What do you think Pubula would have said? We are children, after all. At least we were yesterday.
Still quite close to you. You hear her say, I don't know, Titus, because she's not here.
But Jason is. You know that he's waiting for you.
He's not.
What is around your neck?
She swallows, takes a half step back, but you can still feel each other's presence, immediate presence. He'll come. But many summers after I'm gone. And see, there's my brother's side coming out in me. Summers, not winters. She almost breaks and looks over at him, but doesn't.
You have a foot in each world. What are you going to do?
I'm going to make the only decision left to me. I'm going to continue. This is me fighting. This is me finding a way. Even when it's impossible. Even when I can't.
Weisa.
I'm going to act as that anchor. And Okatla is going to show me the way.
Look at me. Nothing is impossible with you. I love you. And I want you. I know you'll be back. I'll take care of him. You have my word. But your stand has a lifetime guarantee on the permit. And we will miss your body.
No! no! And he runs over to her and it's like grabs onto her. I just found you! You can't leave!
Devrin.
I just found you. You're my only family.
I'm not, though.
My brother's gone.
I'm not, though. Devrin, this is the part where I kneel. Hold space for me, but let me kneel. Before my lord and my friend.
He's shaking.
And the goddess is chosen. And gently, she pushes your arm, and she starts to drop down to one knee.
He starts crying.
She lowers her head, stays there for a good bit, and then rises.
Before she begins to rise, Titus will get down on his knee, and he's gonna put his forehead against hers. Like,
you feel her shudder. She reaches out to Devrin, and she laces her fingers in with his hand without looking.
He's like, can I come with you? My twin. We share the same blood. Different lives.
Listen to me. And she actually starts to pull you down to the ground. If you know, I mean, not hard, but yeah, if you come down.
He kneels.
You're going to have to be the one to face Mother. You're going to have to be the one to get through to her.
Mother?
She will know you're her blood, believe me. That woman, if she knows anything, if she's obsessed with anything, it's bloodlines. That's why we exist. She gambled that we would turn out chosen, and she was right. And somewhere in that demented mind, that power-obsessed thing that she calls the psyche, there lurks a patriot and someone who knows that things have to change.
Okay.
Devrin, I'm so sorry.
What do I need to do?
can you give me a moment? One, and then I'll let you two say your goodbyes.
I have to.
Shakes his head.
Yeah, and then as you kind of depart, as we're still kneeling, I want to lean in and be like, I will make a world where we do not kneel. And I know you'll be back for it. And then I'll stand up.
And for the first time in your entire relationship with Weisa, this incredibly nuanced, deep, guarded, cautious person who has survived through hell and back, you see pure love reflected back in her eyes at you. Brushes herself off and then head up, shoulders back, starts to walk toward the ship.
I'll give them time along too, as
She reaches out to get your hand and then just doesn't say anything and just walks. But you have this brief, exquisite moment, Devrin, of mingling, of having your chosen essences flow the way that they should have. And
yeah, and I focus on the wind and the air or smell, really taking in the moment.
You can feel the depth of the blunder that your parents committed by separating the two of you at birth. No matter what their justifications, no matter what the reasoning, it was dead wrong. And you know that now. And more importantly, perhaps, or more amazingly, she does as well.
Promise me you'll be back. Promise me.
I won't lie to you. However I can be. But I don't part thy company cheaply, brother. You'll see. You truly will. That I do promise.
You're worth more than anything.
I wish we could have... I wish.
Another family member.
Mitra, you feel the water cleansing you, reviving you as you sluice through it. At some point, I imagine you took your armor off and you just dove in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Took it off.
Yeah, just okay.
Diving in immediately.
And so at this point, you're back out. You're cleaning your armor off, and the ship is a distance off. Obviously, they don't want to risk running aground. And I'm going to say that in a series of bellowed messages, you've gotten out that the very bare bones of it that you were victorious, and that everybody's coming back.
Okay.
There was a critical role. I didn't want to interrupt the role play. When he said, I'll make a world that you don't have to bend a knee to, I was focused on that immediately and wanted to see if he's telling the truth. Or I feel he's telling the truth.
As far as your character can tell, yes. You don't know him very well, but he seems fairly open. Unless he's an incredibly good liar.
I wouldn't have lied to Weisa.
But, in that moment, you're like,
Okay.
Can I get a sense of, like, maybe just a passing glance of, like, maybe there is, like, some conversation going on? Do I get a sense that Weisa's going to be leaving? Or...
As Weisa walks out? Yeah, no, absolutely. You have a 20 wisdom.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
You're watching them walk past, and what it looks to you like is Weisa is walking to her Sertiman.
I understood that reference.
I do too.
Oh my god.
Tell me
you guys
about it. What is
watched?
it?
Oh my god.
What is it?
Do you want me to quickly explain Sertiman, or do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll
do
explain it.
Do it.
For those who have not watched the prologues, the past 2 episodes, Sertiman.
Mitra's tale.
A Sertiman is essentially a coming-of-age ritual among the Death Tamers where you fight a bunch of people to the death, and the person who's last standing gets to be chosen. So, that's kind of like a dumbed-down version of it. There's a lot of other things happening, but...
That's basically it, at least in this era.
Oh, yeah. In the era that Mitra grew up in.
That's true. In the era that Mitra grew up in, immediately preceding Not in Tristly's reign.
Yeah.
Which is a topic of hot debate right now.
Yeah.
About what Sertiman is supposed to look like these days.
Yep.
Because y'all are contemplating having one. Okay.
Yeah. Can I...
and you'll also see the difference between crying.
Oh, okay.
And Weisa as well. Yeah.
And Titus.
Although
he wouldn't hide that.
Okay.
Not for her.
Okay. Yeah, not for me with the 20 wisdom. I definitely see that Titus is crying.
It's kind of weird that you see them holding hands, walking away too. I mean, considering, but
Titus would be keeping a distance.
It's a lot more emotional than normal.
Together. Yeah. I'd still be there with the whole.
I'll try and make eye contact with Weisa and give a bow of respect, like a little.
She just
go back to doing.
She just looks over, gives you the barest nod. You feel a surprisingly soft nuzzle.
So, what shall I call you? You never did introduce yourself. Nor did I.
He lowers, the unicorn lowers his head to yours and then touches you softly with the horn. And a single word echoes in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. Spes, which is old speak for hope.
Aww.
I knew that.
I heard you say it earlier, but I didn't say anything.
Nice to officially meet you.
nods, and then very slowly, to keep the same distance,
Yeah.
starts with Weisa, almost like a procession.
Yeah. I imagine them two, and then us behind.
Marcus, as you've collected your samples and you're making your way, you're making your way back. You know something big is going down. I mean, you knew it already, but obviously, you're a far cry from slow on the uptake.
Right.
But now you see the three of them having shed tears. You're getting back to the beach. No, there's not really a beach here, but basically where the forest drops off. Yeah, the shoreline. This one isn't. There's a lot of delta around here. This one isn't like a quasi swamp though. This one just basically
Shelf.
Basically becomes shelf.
Before I leave the goop, whatever it is, has it started evaporating at all? Like, is it just staying there as like a cohesive goop all around?
It stinks.
It does. Do I feel like it should, like the area is overtly corrupted in any way?
Could be.
That's my Marcus.
I am going to do my best to cleanse it with a bless.
With a bless? Okay.
I'm gonna kneel down, use my ring as my symbol.
Before you be doing all of that, I want just a bit of interaction with the thing.
Okay.
Oh, with the goop? Okay. All right.
The goo.
All right. Okay, you go up to you go up to the substance.
An amount of time has passed.
Yes.
So, in kind of seething reverie, not really understanding or aware of what's happening outside of it, would slowly made its way over to any pieces of the thing that are left.
There's the large, the massive claw, one of its massive claws. You can see the chitin softening, but because that was the densest part of it, one of the densest parts of it, you see it softening and it's beginning to fall in on itself, but it hasn't quite collapsed yet into the substance.
So I just wanted to look at. I need to sear this in my brain. I need to clearly see what this thing is or whatever part of it is, and overcome it for my own sake.
Okay.
So whatever the largest chunk is,
it's a claw. Some massive, ridiculous claw, some canoe-sized claw.
So if anybody would have said anything, like he's not really listening, he's not really paying attention to anything that's happening outside of that, and eventually you're just with this dagger out, and just like trying to stab any part of it he can.
Okay, it's like stabbing into a coffee cake, where you just go through into the goo, and it's almost like you pierced a membrane, or that there was some sort of surface tension was still keeping, or some sort of spiritual inertia was keeping it in place, and then as soon as you puncture it, because you're using a bright metal long knife, right? Yeah. So, and then it just starts to kind of deflate, and the goo, more of this like more. It's like less viscous tar, as it's just running out.
And I forgot to mention, Mitra doesn't have any armor. That is just her clothes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Shit.
I'm not wearing armor.
So yeah.
Just robes.
Just robes.
Just robes. All right. So maybe you took because you have like the small clothes.
Wash
on,
it.
So maybe you take the robes out and
just
really
bring it.
them out.
Just,
Yeah.
And so then I would just try to burn the goop off of the blade. And then at that point I would...
It will finally burn, yes. It takes longer than it should, and has there's a foul stench to it.
Ew.
All right, you see your Sikadraco trying to reclaim his fighting spirit.
I'll let him burn his well through.
Okay.
I guess he just... eventually he'll just wear himself out on it. I've had kids.
You remember?
It's like a tree that
I was just about to say. You remember the same? This is the same way you took Titus's old great sword and just started wildly hacking at the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once he's done, once he's burned himself through, I'll say a prayer to Troupe. Bless this area, and by your grace, cleanse it of the evil that potentially permeates this area. And then if I can, I'm going to use Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame on the actual blob itself to just spread.
As soon as the bless hits it, Randy, it starts to evaporate. And you can actually trace the progress of the bless rippling out and just because it actually make a religion check and see if you understand exactly why that is. This may or may not be important in the future.
Religion.
It's not bad. It's some fish in it.
Time.
Religion, it's going to be a
Took a while.
This is a long, hard.
A long time. All these fucking religion checks.
You realize that because demons don't belong in the world of muscle and blood, that once it didn't have some sort of anchor here at all, it has to give way to a divine force. It doesn't have a choice.
When I'm watching Satisfaction, it's just...
And I'm going to give you a roll that you missed earlier, now that you're out of the heat of combat and you're not getting psychically assaulted by this thing. You realize that if it had had a chance to orient itself, it did not make it to round 3. But if it had had a chance to orient itself, which it was rapidly doing, it was going to figure out who had pulled it out, and it was probably going to try to possess and anchor them. And that was some sort of rule that it was following.
Makes sense.
Which is probably about, and you don't know if it was chance that Rex was standing behind it and back, or if he actually knew that going into this. You don't know that yet.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'll see you guys when I'll see you guys then.
So again, Satisfaction as it just burns itself away.
Yep.
This area is clams.
This house is.
That's a fair
Oh, yes. Little short lady.
And then you and Grip make your way back to the boat. Okay, back to the ship. Great.
Yeah, Mitra's just gonna be in damp-ish clothes, but
You're drying nicely. There was still plenty of daylight.
That was the first news colony right there.
yeah.
Does my demon coop stay? Even though I bless the ground directly?
No, the goop's gone.
Completely. Got it.
You don't want to start that.
When you open the vial, there might be a nasty little
residue of spit.
Yeah,
gross.
A whiff.
A whiff of something foul, but that's about it. Okay, I didn't go there, but all right. You make your way back to the vessel, to the eponymously named Francus.
The Francus.
And everyone, the crew seems to be low-key delighted that Francus came back. And some of you may or may not realize that there was a somewhat gallows humor betting pool going around about what the outcome of the battle was going to be. And you see, pay up, asshole.
Of course.
Who actually believed in us most?
Titus goes around collecting money from everyone.
I
bet on myself.
The older crew, because they've been with Antigone longer, and they've seen her pull out impossible wins.
Oh, I was thinking. Ellery and Lepidus Minor are cleaning up.
My
boys.
And as soon as you get back, Ellery just flings himself on you, and is clinging to you and holding you in. Lepidus, gives you the warrior embrace and is just literally pounding on your back.
Yeah.
And was it a good fight, boss? Did you kick its ass?
I got stepped on the head. I'll tell you about it.
That was all by me, by the way.
The wet one. Yes.
You can see me just kind of like soaked wet hair, kind of like freshly washed.
Okay.
I think Mitra would like to tell you the tale. I'm going to have a quick conversation with Indra. Mitra, tell him what happened. And then he's going to walk away.
Now you see that.
I'm going to introduce you to my friends. And as I walk by Mitra and that, I want to lean in and be like, great work.
Actually, Sydney, make a performance check for me.
Performance check. Wow, that's a new one.
Yeah, I want to see how this goes.
Can I help?
Can you help?
You're gone.
That's an 11.
An 11. Okay.
Small town boys.
It's been a while since she's read a good book that she hasn't read already.
You realize you're a little rusty and
ridden herself.
And then Titus was covered in all the goop.
Yeah, and then I jumped off the thing and got
I was just so sweaty. That's why I'm wet.
You have them up until up until the point you bounce your foot off of their lord's head. And
that part, the little Jedi stuff.
It goes a little.
I can't really explain that,
No.
You had to be there. You had to be there.
And you see Lepidus lifting his foot up off the ground and kind of looking at it, and then And then his tiny companion kind of twisting it around. Hey, you're gonna trip me. Yeah. Just I'm trying to.
Let me try.
You had to be there. You had to be there. It's like it's hard to explain like this. And just like gets out of the conversation immediately. Just like I'm just gonna change into new clothes. Like this sucks.
Fair.
Thank you, Defiant Chaos, for another $10. Chaos! Good luck. Don't die.
Huzzah!
More chaos!
One over there.
That's all.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, actually, Randy, that was a good rendition of that. Awesome.
Yes.
Good luck, don't
Trying to add a
die.
lot of life to the statement.
And also, good luck, don't die.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Don't die.
We won't and we didn't. Thank you.
I think in full socially awkward glory, once we're back on the show, I probably would have just made my way over to Waste. Like, so what was that back there? Fully, like, has not recognized anything about what has happened.
So much.
And in Draconic, she says, I'm going to make way for something stronger than me and use myself as kindling. And one last time, you see those uncanny eyes who just read you so easily even now. I'm sorry that this is the second time in your life that's happened. She leans a little closer and like turns her face away from yours, but so she can still whisper into your ear. I didn't tell them. That's your story to tell. Friends, at dusk, when Lord Quaddle hands this domain back into the hands of the Dread Mother, would you come with me? Captain, may we prevail upon thee once more and be inside of your quarters? And Antigone says, Darling, if I'm picking up what everyone's laying down, then yeah, of course. The day begins to wear on, but there is still some time before the moment comes.
I'll be close in case she wants to talk.
Okay.
I'm not going to push myself on her, though. It's a moment for her, so...
Marcus, you're one of the most practical men I've ever met. I want you to find a way to make certain that Lemonius isn't terrorized by his mother or the rest of his grasping, greedy family. I want them to understand that the bakery is his and not theirs.
Understood.
Because they will appropriate it for themselves.
We'll draw up the papers, I'm sure. The summer, at least.
And I have a few things I need to write. Yes.
You're about to do something incredible, and I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I do understand the calling of a god when I hear it.
Our gods, our Yerlic gods, are not aware.
They ain't. Sometimes the call feels the same nonetheless.
With her, I feel like you always have a fighting chance. With them, it's as inevitable as the sun chasing the moons.
Yeah. I ain't no offense to them, but I like my free will. But I support you in what you're doing and how you're doing it. What you need, I'll be there for you. In my limited capacity.
It's not safe for anyone else to wear, and she has She takes the little necklace and the tiny bit of actual crystal remembrance as opposed to a lunar hologram of crystal remembrance. I've learned to tame it, but... Tame it, that's not the right word. You understand what I mean.
I do.
I'm going to wrap this, and I want you to keep this until the person who I'm making way for. Until the stronger thing is here. And then if they want it, it should be theirs. If not, I leave it to your exquisite discretion.
I appreciate your trust. May I make one final recommendation?
Of course.
The horse, the unicorn, whatever it is, it's from the same place they took him. Maybe you could send a last-minute message to him for when it's time for it to go back.
Thank you.
I love you, Weisa. And he hugs her.
She turns and she kisses you on the cheek. He's a handsome enough lad. It wasn't a crazy thing.
Yeah.
And yes, I did know.
Oh, well, of course you should have. He wasn't just as insulted as anybody else I've met, some better than. He would have been a great match for you. He would have. And he would have done well with you. But life is as it is.
Thank you for giving me some humor.
Which way is blessing?
Is there anything else that anybody wants to do in a torch or so?
If Weisa is going back to the captain's quarters to just, like, get her stuff ready.
She's gathering herself.
She's definitely meeting Mitra there, and she's, like, finishing up as, like, a sketch, and she'll go, so how long have you wanted to leave?
Leave.
How long have you known?
What a polite euphemism for what I face. I appreciate it. Actually, Mitra, I believe you would have done well in the court of my people. You understand the subtleties and the nuances of language, relationships, and even the truths to which we so desperately cling, no?
Well, you said it, not me, but it is appreciated. And, one moment. And then she'll do, like, a couple more sketches, and she'll tear, and it's the portrait that she was working on the whole boat ride of Weisa. Something to remember me by. And it is like a very detailed, almost realistic sketch with wonderful shading, immaculate, like, life put into her eyes.
She actually holds it up, you know, to a light source, to the waning light, turns it several different angles.
Don't lose that light, no matter how much it wants to go away.
And she goes slowly, gracefully to both knees. And it clicks. Perhaps you feel a bit of regret, perhaps not, that it's only really hitting you now. That she is, ever so quietly, a priestess in her own right. Because she's holding this item, she's handling this item with a reverence that only a person like that would have.
Aww.
And she rolls it up, like, tightly. Thank you.
Welcome.
I can't take this where I'm going. But I want you... I want you to give it to the person who needs it most.
Done. And she'll put that in, like, her bag of just a million
Stuff.
scrolls.
No, right, yeah.
Just-
Where she hides the chaos.
Yeah, and just You seem close to your dominee.
Closer than I ever thought we were going to become, to be honest.
What way? Please, I'm new. You can tell me your true feelings. It's not like you're going to be here much longer.
Jesus Christ.
He's deaf to him, man. Might not
How much for subtleties?
Is this...
I'm telling you.
Is this... This then is the... These are the Death Tamers. Yes, they are. It's funny. I understand more than ever what Publia spoke about branching pathways and interconnected webs of life, and understanding that if something gets pulled here, something else gets pushed there. I think I'm just beginning to grasp that lesson. How long have I known Mitra? I've known since I did more harm than good. How do I feel about him? There is, and it's just the two of you.
Yep.
There is probably a pathway that exists. I'm not a god. We only, as mere mortals, we only get to know what we walk. That is a limitation, a hard cap on the mortal condition. No?
You can make an argument for it.
Perhaps the beloved is a singular exception to that. I certainly am not.
You're not the only one who is bound by fate. I know what it means to walk a certain path and not know exactly where you're going to end up, but everything is just vague enough that you don't know. But somehow, at the same time, I think deep in your heart you do know where you're going.
What if I'm not bound? What if I'm selfish? What if I'm a coward?
Well, then consider yourself not human.
Maybe I've always been a tool of those stronger than I am. I thought I was so clever. But this decision is mine. This is mine.
In my brain, I'm gonna like, there's gonna be that response in the back of my head of just like, keep telling yourself that, sweetheart, but
Yeah.
I keep that in. Well, best of luck to you. And if you ever find yourself in my part of the woods, you always have a place.
You still don't.
Well, sometimes people come back from things like this.
I appreciate that.
Well, from where I'm from, this, and gestures to like a body, is only temporary.
I think it's always only temporary. Perhaps your people are just more truthful about it.
I take that as a compliment. Good luck to you, Weisa. And we'll reach out a hand. It's like a handshake.
She looks and she grabs it. She gives you a firm shake.
Don't lose yourself too much. Okay?
If you wouldn't mind, could you... May I have the cabin for maybe half a torch, and then you ask everyone back in?
Of course.
Thank you.
And she'll put on like a jacket or something. Like, I guess like another layer of clothing that's not covered in grossness. And we'll leave.
Okay.
Devon does want to approach at some point.
Okay.
Sister?
You have to get to the cabin door.
Walk to the cabin door.
Okay. You walk in?
No. Sister?
Devon, I'm preparing myself for the void. What is it?
You mentioned ancestral connection. Remember the dream.
Come in. Come in.
Thank you.
And you see her in a meditative position, facing away from the door.
Can you teach me how I can connect with you in this life or next? Like we did in the dream so long ago?
I'm sorry, you'll have to find that out yourself. But it's in your blood. It's your birthright just as much as mine. In the bakery, I have an alcove. Everything there is yours now. Study it. I taught you Valkyrie as you taught me Darrow. It will be harder in the waking world, but you can read it.
Thank you.
And still facing away. You see the back of her head dip in a nod.
He stared at her. Just one last look.
Do you come along the side?
Yeah. I just want to remember your face as it is.
How cruel. To know each other and then not. They were wrong. They were fools. Make sure you know. Make sure that she knows that I thought that. I never had the chance to tell her myself.
We'll find out the reason why. Yes. He just places a calling card that he has with a note on it and then leaves.
Okay. And there's a joyless meal, at least for the Fellowship. Antigone and her chosen, Brixus and Rex, are kind of torn right now because they feel like this has been the bookend of the most difficult ordeal of their lives, and it was a complete victory on every front, like it's from their story, and yet they know that this parallel group of chosen is in this deep space of loss right now, of impending loss. So you can tell even Rex, like Antigone and Brixus are old enough and they've seen enough loss and devastation in their lives to understand. Rex is kind of struggling with it because he wants to come up and like, that was so bad, and then you see him like starting to come up to you and he's like, you could see him start to fanboying out over Concord a little bit, and now that he saw a lunar shield, but he is like pulling himself back from that.
As I kind of see that, and then it would be like anytime that I'd be kind of prancing by and be like, I hope that we've atoned. I'm sorry still. For everything. We will make it right.
I believe that. Yeah.
From what I saw today, I believe in you.
You're
an idiot.
You're a force for good in this world. Titus Metellus Glabrio Vorn.
So are you. King.
Not yet, but I'm getting there.
Don't need help. You have a good crew.
Never mind.
Never.
Yeah.
So always remember to take the time to say goodbye to them.
Okay. And he looks over at Antigone. Antigone's like, he walks away, and the rest it's small.
Yeah.
But the crew, I mean, it's cozy, on the ship, and they're walking around you. They're just letting the Fellowship hold its space. And as I pointed out last session, at the beginning of last session, you do share a fate. There is a palpable shared fate. And so even though she's isolated herself for a few precious flickers, you can still feel the thread of course you can feel the thread of Weisa running through the rest of you.
I would have climbed up to as high as I could on the ship to the crow's nest.
Yeah, to the crow's nest, yeah.
I'm very angry at her.
Of course.
At myself for being angry at her.
This is bringing up, I mean, of course it is.
Yeah. So I am grappling with that impending sense of loss and the impotence compounded many times over, having failed in the failed to protect in the combat, having failed to now protect her life as he had intended.
And you see the shadows ever lengthening relentlessly.
So I would be...
You feel the void that was your twin's presence.
Yeah. So I'm trying to reach out in any way to Trisley, just like kind of talking to Trisley, even though I'm not expecting a response. But I'm trying to talk through my anger so I can be present at the moment without cheapening it in that same way I was for the ritual.
When you look back on this, you won't know if this was a trick of your own mind, if this was a soul-deep empathy, if this was genuine mind-to-mind communication. But at least in that particular flicker, you feel /sense /hear /enjoy. Because remember, they're always with you.
I'm here.
How am I supposed to stand there and do nothing? I can stop this. I want to stop it.
The same way that you did when I reaffirmed my love and acceptance of the maiden. Because you love me, Abude. And that's why you will hold space for her. Because you love her too.
And that is why she will die. Because I love her. As you will.
I am not so easy to kill. And you're not getting rid of me that quickly.
Will you breathe with me?
Sweet boy. I already am.
It's time, Mitra.
Well,
The sun goes under the horizon. The Lord of the Dawn Star gives up the day onto the night and onto the Dread Mother, Tezcatli.
I'll head back to the captain's quarters, gather everybody.
Okay. Rex starts to step in, and Antigone just gives a little shake. Okay, you go in. Who's first?
I'm first.
Okay.
I'm last.
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't really have a preference. I'll go in.
I don't either. I'll go whenever.
Yeah, you just kind of go in.
But as I go in, I'm actually praying to the ring right now. Tuea, I don't know if this works, but please witness what happens here today. Imprint it if we can, so that the next one who wears this will know. A new god potentially is born today.
Some other piece with the ring slides into place, but you don't have a chance to sit with it yet. But you feel like that something of spiritual significance happened.
Mitra will say a silent prayer. Guide the soul to the realm of shadows. without pain, without suffering. This soul is precious. And that's it.
Are they friends?
Hello.
Draconic dragon friends.
Almost without able to resist himself.
Most of you know who Nilishli was. Or have at least heard stories. She was, as you so rightly said, Dominique, born from a mother's love.
Yeah.
That has given me more strength and comfort than you know. That my dear friend, Nilly, knew from whence she came. It meant more to her than I think she ever told you. It wasn't Nilly's way to blubber about, you know.
How could I forget?
And there was another, the first divine construct, Akatsun, who was made during the age of Coatl. And he defended what the city before Teowani for many, many winters. And his body is still out there somewhere. He's tremendously potent. He had many, many winters to develop. Not sure exactly how many, but a lifetime, call it. In going back through my memories and my ancestry and all the divine gifts I've been given, so many, so many. I count everyone in this room amongst that number, by the way. I now know that there's a third divine construct. One whose birth was set in motion 500 winters ago. Immediately after Akatsun fell, defending their version of Teowani from the Green Doom. Imagine my surprise when I found that my ancestress was directly responsible. That she was, in fact, the engineer, the mastermind of that era's collapse. I have struggled with that, too. How that informs me, what that means. All I can say is this. It has been the greatest privilege of my life to be in the company of you all. For those of you with me on the island, you know how. You know what became of Jason. I won't say what became of him because of me, because I don't want to debate right now. And every time I try to sleep, he's there.
You have to think of the souls you saved. Think of the baby. Think of Jerem. It was you and me who brought him home.
I have. I will.
I know.
I'm going to take all of that with me. It needs. Because this is not the act of a god, but merely of Aski Teodal, of Chosen. be born. That construct needs both what was set in motion then and something here to pull it forward. I am the only person with the training and the chosen essence and the understanding. In time, Devrin, if you want to walk that path, I already know. I have foreseen some threads where you become a priest steeped in the glory of our gods. Maybe. That remains open if you want it. But in this moment, it's true, and in my best judgment, the thing that I will kindle, that I will pull to us, that will help defend the dream. And I promised you I would. I promised.
The highest honor capable to give to someone of your regard.
She lays a hand on one, like a precious piece of the Valkyrie codex, like one of their codices. So it's like the woven pounded bark, which is much, much more difficult to destroy than parchment. This is my poem. But because I am not only Eurolit, those are not the last words I'm going to leave you with. Devrin, you'll be able to read it. If the others want to know, I'll leave that task to thee.
Sister.
Remarkable.
I'm sure it.
I can see her. Why I have been called here? What is the meaning of this gathering? Oh, you must be the Lord.
I am.
You're the brother, the twin. Not blooded yet. Unknown. Dangerous. A delightful curiosity. I disagree with Weisa's decision. If you still read and write in this era, I would want that to be known. If it were me, I would never give my life up. They would have to pull it from my cold, dead hands. And none of those fuckers ever managed that, now did they?
That's the difference between fate now, ain't it?
Fate.
You have it, you don't.
Oh, I had plenty of it.
Had. Past tense.
This is the world that I wrought. My people are safe. They reside in Teowane, not in what came before. The Green Doom is just a bad memory. And every man and every woman and every creature that ever raised hand against me is dust in the wind, nameless, faceless, and here I stand.
As a disembodied spirit taking over your ancestor. Right, so.
As a bloodline that has endured. You sanctimonious fool.
You're not the only bloodline that has endured over the centuries.
And yet, ours, in the end, will prove the strongest.
You can't stop her. Would you if you could?
Sadly,
The Dread Mother has dictated that this is not my time or place. My race is run successfully, I might add, which is more than the lot of you may fare.
And what is that?
However, yes, I would. She asked to make way for something stronger than her.
You?
I am stronger than her, but I'm not a divine construct.
The third
That stings.
Like I said, I accomplished every goal I ever set out to do, and I lived my life with the full force of my will. So she asked me, well, she didn't have a choice. If we're going to do this, I'm the one who taught her this technique. So I suppose was the last representative of this particular branch of the bloodline. What's your name, boy?
Zivron.
Your mother's tongue wasn't Valpyri, was it?
No, my father's.
Ridiculous of them. They actually split the two of you. Incredibly short-sighted.
He will switch to Valpyri and do it as perfect as he can, which is pretty perfect. I have learned. Weisa has taught me.
Honorific is wrong, but inflection is excellent. Satisfactory. And then she switches back. All right, then. She asked me if there was some way that I could take a message and implant it back in my time. I'll try. Even though she is less than optimal. But she is still my offspring, I suppose. My distant
It's very
ancestor.
optimal.
She wouldn't be in this position if she was. What's the message?
Support the dream.
Bleeding hearts to the end. I promised. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Welcome aboard.
And Titus is going to turn and actually walk out like he's kind of over it. Just knowing, and then he's really kind of taken aback that she's actually gone. And he doesn't want anyone to see that.
She takes you and gets you close. You feel the shift in the room, Titus. She actually reaches for you.
And
for him. Come on.
Oh, I thought you said Titus.
Yeah. No. You feel the shift in the room, Titus. She also is reaching toward
sorry.
you.
Yeah, for sure.
then I would take a step
Okay.
to be like,
And you feel something jump from her to the two of you first, then to you, then to you, then to, and she pulls with everything that she is. And somewhere, a wee baby construct is born. Your friend passes into the void with a smile on her face, small but satisfied.
Everyone reaches for her hair, especially the beads, the emerald beads. He slips them off.
The jade, yeah.
Jade.
I wanted to whisper something in Draconic while she was going.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk about that.
Takes his own hair and he puts them on. In a ponytail.
All right, dragon friend, you get the last word.
Softly and Draconic, I will carry a shard of thy soul in my treasure.
God damn it, Toby.
No. Oops.
And that is where we will leave the tale.
Ooh.
Woo. Okay. Far away friends, thank you so much. And we will see you here next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh.